There's a lot of different things you need to watch out for in interacting with different people in your day-to-day life. Some are more valuable than others. Almost all of them undoubtedly teach you lessons. One of these I want to share with you today is the difference in what people say versus what people actually do. It's easy to say something. Like, for instance, I can say to each of you, I'm going to send each one of my subscribers individually $100. Now, just because I said that I'm going to send them $100, does that actually ring true? Does that mean that I'm going to send each one of you individually $100? No. Well, why not? Because saying I'm going to send you $100 and actually sending you $100 are two separate things. They both include an action, as speaking is an action, but speaking something versus doing something is an entirely different level of commitment to something. We've all been in situations, whether it be with friends, potential partners we're trying to seek out, where we want them to do something and maybe they say they're going to do something, but time goes by and they don't do the thing they said they were going to do. This takes me back to a time I can think of a friend that I went to high school with and I went to college with as well. And whenever I'd walk by him, I'd see him and he'd be like, "Oh, yo, dude, what's going on? It's been a while since I've seen you. Hey, we need to catch up. We need to hang out soon." And I'd take him up on that and I'd be like, "Yeah, man, let's hang out. Let's kick it. Let's have a good time." So I'd text him, set something up to hang out and chill. I would always get a reply back, usually a day or so later, that'd be like, "Oh, hey man, I was so busy. I'm really sorry that I missed your text or missed your call. It's been super busy. I'll reach out to you when I'm available." And I was like, "Okay, sounds good." Did he ever reach out? Spoiler alert, no. So there was something to learn from that. And I found myself frustrated in that situation, being like, really, this guy is just not wanting to hang out with me. Clearly, his words are not aligning with his actions. And then after I recognized the pattern and I let go of that frustration and I just saw it for what it was, him just being like, "Yeah, man, we should hang out when we see each other next." And then we saw each other next and that just never happened. It's like, okay, that's a pattern where he's going to say we should hang out, but we're not actually going to hang out, even though I may want to. And over time, that led me to not want to hang out with him because I perceived that personally as him not going by his word, not living up to what he said he was going to do. And that's a big, that turned me away from him. I still like him. I still hope he's doing well out there, but didn't make me want to hang out with him anymore. Made me want to hang out with him less. So I want to challenge you guys to, if you start noticing inconsistencies with people in your life and what they say they're going to do and what they actually end up doing, take note of that. Try to take note of that the first time. It takes time to train yourself into that skill. But pay attention to almost everybody around you that at least is close to you, because it's hard to do it with everybody you interact with. But pay attention to this specifically with the people that matter in your life at that time. And notice if what they say that they're going to do actually aligns with what they're going to do. Now, you have to be humane about this. You have to cut people some slack and be like, look, there are times that situations are going to come up where they're not going to be able to go by what they said that they were going to do. But take note from that first time, and if you start to see it happening over and over again, you have to weigh to yourself, is this person actually invested in our relationship? And do they care about the position that I hold in their life or what I'm trying to hold in their life? And this goes for pretty much everybody. Can't really think of people it doesn't go for. It's a little trickier as an employer, or an employee rather, with an employer. Let's say that your manager is this way. Well, it's your livelihood. It's not fun. You could change jobs, sure, but realize that this is more so applicable to your personal life. Although with your colleagues, you can pay attention to this too. And so this isn't to be bitter. The point of this video is not to be bitter about people. Rather, it's to be more efficient with your time and effort expenditures. Because if someone is willing to both take the effort to say they're going to do something and then follow through with that, chances are this person is a worthwhile investment of your time. But if they say they're going to do something and then they don't actually do it, or they do something that they didn't say they were going to do, if it doesn't line up, then that person, if this happens enough times, is probably not the best person to invest a large amount of your effort and time into. It's not fun to think about this. It can make people feel bitter. But the point is not to feel bitter about it. It's to save yourself from being bitter later down the line. It's like a firewall for your computer detecting viruses and threats. You're realizing when to cut off the extra effort and attention and energy, because you have a finite amount of that anyways, especially what's left over after you do what you have to do during the day, your livelihood, in other words. I hope this video spoke to you guys, and I really hope that you're not taking this in a bitter way. Just see it for what it is and allow yourself to feel grateful and thankful for reducing the energy you put towards people and things that don't give you returns, especially when they promise you something and repeatedly don't deliver on those promises. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have a blessed day, and we will talk soon. Bye for now.